Hi, Sarahn.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, Adiola. How are you?
I'm going. It's going great. It's going great. Nice to have you here.
Thank you so much. It's
Nice. So I'm just gonna play. We're gonna wait for a few more people to join before we go ahead and start. And before we do that, I'm trying to find like this music. But yeah, Sarahn, it's so nice to have you here.
Thank you, Adiola. It's
Yes.
so here. How are you on this beautiful Sunday?
I'm okay. I'm okay. And your skin, oh my God, it's glowing.
Oh, thank
You have like no makeup on, right?
No makeup.
Oh my
That's
God,
not
it's
true.
beautiful.
That's not true. That's not true. I have on lip gloss.
Ah!
And I did something to my eyebrow. So
I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my God. It looks, I mean, but your skin is still untouched though. So that's
Thank
nice.
you. Thank
Glow on.
you.
Look at me. I have my face all beat up and stuff.
Oh, you're beautiful. You are absolutely
Thank you. So are you. So are you. So are you. So are you. Nice to have you, Sarahn. Do you have any song requests? Anybody have any song requests that we can use to get this going? If I play a song, this song might be boring, guys, but it's one of my favorite songs for when I'm down. It gets me up. Right? I'm gonna play it. Just for a few minutes.
You're broken down and tired.
I love this song.
You know it?
Yes.
Oh my God. It's such a beautiful song, isn't it? Let me put.
I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out.
Ooh. I love this song. I love it.
Walk it out.
Yeah.
All day.
And I rise up.
I rise like the day.
I rise up.
Do you sing?
No. I sound good.
You were so comfortable singing. I was like, she must sing. She must sing.
That's funny. I'm just playing around. But it's a beautiful song, guys. Whenever I feel down, that's a song that I play, and it just connects. And singing it along with her makes me feel empowered.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love music that makes me feel empowered.
Yes.
Yes,
absolutely.
I was a radio DJ in college, and I would always play like positive, uplifting music.
Nice.
And it was just so fun for me to find all of these different genres that had the lyrical quality was, just uplifting. So
nice.
I played that song many a days on my radio show.
Oh wow, that's really nice. I love that. So guys, thank you for tuning in. We're gonna go ahead and start, right? Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Convos with Dederils. This is actually the 10th episode. This was started in July, and I just feel so grateful. And I believe the topic that we're going to be discussing today, which is gratitude and goal setting, I think it's perfect for this 10th episode. I would like to give gratitude for the 10th show, and I can't wait to learn about goal setting to plan for upcoming shows so I can learn how to plan my goals. And here to discuss that with me is Sarahn Sankofa. She goes by the name of Sarahn Says on Instagram. You guys can follow her. She's pretty amazing, and she also has a YouTube page. So I'm going to go ahead and have Sarahn introduce herself.
Thank you so much, Adiola, for having me.
You're welcome.
For tuning in. My name is Sarahn Sankofa. I'm a life coach, writer, motivational speaker, and yogi. And for 6 years now, I've had Sarahn Says, which is a health and wellness platform that gives you tools and strategies for holistic health through the lens of grit, gratitude, and goal setting. So I'm super excited to be here with you all today. And I hope that you all can gain something for what we're going to share.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sarahn. So guys, if you guys are just tuning in, this isn't, and we want this to be as engaging as possible. We want everybody to be vulnerable. We want it to be a place where you can just share your thoughts and all of that. So if you, for the three most engaging people, Sarahn is going to pick you guys at the end of the session, and you're going to get to win an amazing gift. And I absolutely cannot wait for that. So guys, go ahead and just engage. If you have any questions, please put the questions in the question box below. You can type in your questions and we will attend to all of that. All right. Thank you so much, guys. So, Sarahn, before we dive into goal setting and all of that, one thing that I want us to do that I found out that you do as well is meditate, right? I want us to go ahead and start this session with meditation. So, before we do that, some people might not know what meditation means. I want you to please explain that to them. And guys, please go ahead and follow our instructions as we start this meditation. So, Sarahn, I'll have you go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So meditation is an ancient form, an ancient practice of centering yourself by paying attention to your breath, right? So that's the basic foundational element of meditation is focusing on your breath. And a lot of people have this idea that meditation is about clearing out your thoughts and like totally kind of going blank and giving your mind a blank canvas. But meditation is really just about observing your thoughts. So kind of like you would watch commercials in between your favorite show, or you watch people in a park or in a mall. You kind of just watch it go by and you don't have any overindulgence or attachment to any one thought. You just observe, you sit back, you allow your thoughts to flow in and out as you observe them. So that's what meditation is. And I hope that you all can adopt meditation into your daily lives or in some type of practice into your life, and that you can get something out of the meditation that we're doing today.
Awesome, guys. So Sarahn is going to go ahead and start it. If you're at home, wherever you are, please go ahead and follow our instructions, and we're going to go ahead and meditate for a few minutes. All right?
Yes,
so, Sarahn, you have the floor.
Okay, great. Yeah. So if everyone, wherever you are, you could just sit up straight. If you're laying down, you can just center yourself, making sure that your limbs are nice and open, so your legs are not crossed, your arms are not crossed, and that you can just kind of have a nice straight spine, right? So think about your neck and think about your waist. Think about the area between that, right? You want to make it either be perpendicular or parallel to the floor, okay? And we're just going to start by taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. I'm going to take another breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. This time we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose, and at the top we're going to hold our breath. So as you inhale, you're going to hold it at the top for as long as you feel comfortable. And then during your exhale, you're just going to let out a sigh. Very good. You're going to do that one more time. In through the nose. Hold it at the top. And when you're ready to let go, let out a sigh. Very good. And I want you to just get back to regular breathing. So breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, or whatever is most comfortable to you. Good. Keep going. And as you breathe, I just want you to think about the blessing that it is to be able to breathe. I just want you to express gratitude to your body and to your organs, to your lungs, to your brain, to your heart for working for you every single day. Good. I want you to express gratitude to your ears for allowing you to hear this guided meditation in this moment. And gratitude to your eyes for guiding you through everyday life. Good. Deep breath in. We're going to hold it at the top, and we're going to exhale out again. Good. Express gratitude to your feet for taking you everywhere you've ever been in life. Express gratitude to your hands for operating at their fullest capacity so that you can achieve every single day. Good. And as you continue to breathe and you continue to express gratitude, I just want you to allow yourself to feel the overwhelming feeling of satisfaction that you have, that you just get to be you in this moment, right here, right now. As you continue to breathe, I just want you to feel gratitude for gratitude's sake. Beautiful. As you continue to breathe, I want you to think of something that is going good in your life. One thing. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's your family's health. Maybe it's that you have a job that you love, or something that you have that you've worked for. As you continue to breathe, I want you to think about this thing that you're so grateful for, this circumstance, this situation that you're so grateful for. And just feel the happiness and the joy and the positivity that comes with this thing. I want you to celebrate this blessing in this moment by just expressing gratitude, by allowing yourself to just feel the overwhelming feeling of satisfaction and appreciation for it. Good. As you continue, I want you to breathe in again through the nose, hold it at the top, and let it out. Good. You can sigh it out, or you can just regular exhale. Yes, very good. Very good. And as we close, I just want you to take a moment to think about what your life would be like if you could always be in a state of appreciation. If you could always find something to be grateful for, something to celebrate, something to rejoice in, something to appreciate. And I want you to remind yourself in this moment that that is your life. A life where you are constantly expressing gratitude and appreciation. That is your life. A life where you can constantly identify something that is a gift, something that is a treasure. And one more breath in. I want you to make it your deepest and most deliberate breath of our meditation today. And I want you to hold it at the top. And I want you to sigh it out. Very good. You can bring your hands to heart center. You can fold them over your heart or bring them together and just feel your heartbeat in this moment. And open yourself up to all that the day will bring, all that the week will bring, all that the month, the remainder of the month and the remainder of the year will bring. All of the positivity, the love, the joy, the peace, the faith, the focus that is coming into your life. And express gratitude for it right now in this moment, for yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Beautiful. Namaste.
Namaste.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That was nice.
You feel good?
I feel awesome. I feel awesome. Hi, guys. Are you guys still there?
Hi,
Thank you so
everyone.
much. Namaste. Thank you so much. We really, that was beautiful. You guys tell Sarahn thank you. Tell her
Yes, no, I
thank
see your comments. Namaste.
you.
Thank
Namaste.
you. Yeah,
Awesome. Thank you.
good.
Thank you.
No problem. You're so welcome.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty sad. Now we're gonna go ahead and start. All right. So, guys, to start this, I'm gonna ask you guys a few questions. Again, if you're just tuning into this session, we want you to engage as much as possible. And please type in your questions in the question box if you have any questions for Sarahn. So I want to start with asking you guys, we're going to start with goal setting. Are you the type of person that puts a plan in place for your goal? Or are you the type that just goes with the flow when it comes to achieving your goals? So please go ahead and answer that question in the comment section, please. They're still saying thank you. Well, did you guys get the question? If not, I can go ahead and I'll repeat it. I'll repeat the question again. Looks like they're still reflecting on the meditation. Right? Awesome. So my question is, if you have a goal, are you the type to put a plan in place for that goal? Or are you the type to just go with the flow?
So we have someone who says, I go with the flow. Go with the flow. Okay.
Looks like a couple of people are saying go with the flow. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna wait a few more minutes for some more answers. Are you all right? So for me, I used to be the type that go with the flow, that me just answering. But I'm starting to realize that when it comes to very important things that I want to achieve, going with the flow does not work for me. So that's what I'm coming to realize. So I'm having to change my whole mindset. So it looks like most people they go with the flow. People say they go with the flow in God's will. Awesome.
I
Thank
love
you.
that.
If you're the type that goes with the flow, I have a question for you. Do you feel like you are where you want to be? Do you feel like you're achieving those goals? Most people, yeah, we got that. So if you go with the flow, now I want to know, do you feel like you're still able to achieve your goal?
We have a yes. Someone said
Even
yes.
the important ones, yeah. So we have one yes, okay. No, we see a no.
Oh, okay. No.
Okay, we see a no. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly but surely. Not yet. Not yet meaning, can you elaborate on that, please? No, not so much as you would plan. Because I don't want to stress over planning. It depends. Yes, you do your part and let the universe do what you can't do. That's true. Okay, so Sarahn, we have a few answers here. Can you please explain what it means what goal setting means and why it's so important?
Yeah. So goal setting is the desire for an outcome, right? So a goal is a desire for an outcome, right? It's a vision, plan, or a mark that you're trying to achieve and get to. And goal setting is the planning and the process that you go through to reach that goal once you've set it, right? So in simple terms, goal setting is an organized way to go after the goals that you set for yourself. So goal setting is important because we have resources. We have three resources in our lives, right? We have time, we have energy, and we have money, right? Those are the things that we have on a daily basis that we can spend. It's like currency, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you give something and you get something in return, right? Your time, your energy, your money, right? So when you think about goal setting and being organized for how you go after your goals is an organized way to be most efficient with your resources, right? Mm-hmm. So we only have a certain amount of time, a certain amount of energy, certain amount of money. I love that someone is repeating the resources in the chat. So we have these resources and when we set goals and when we are organized with going after those goals, we can maximize on what we have to give, because we only have to give but so much, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have to fill ourselves back up. So goal setting is like the formula for an efficient success plan.
A formula for an efficient success plan.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you have to say in regards to the comments so far? But do you have anything to address to those that go with the flow and those that say they do plan?
Well, I love that someone said something about, you do what you can and you let the universe do the rest, or you let God handle the rest. Because the reality is, one of the things that comes along with goal setting and gratitude and life in general is that you have to know what you do and don't have control over. And it's one of the many challenges of our lives that if we can master that, we've done a great thing, right? So there's a serenity prayer that goes, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference, right? So just in response to some of the comments that are shared, I think that's a very important thing to remember, that you really don't have control over everything. Mm-hmm. And me being someone who is a planner, right? So if I was in this chat and you, Adiola, asked me, are you a planner or go with the flow? I'm a planner, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a person who can sometimes drive themselves crazy with trying to accomplish so many things. And I've learned the hard way that sometimes you do have to go with the flow. But I've also learned the hard way that you don't plan to fail, you fail to plan. And if you want to be successful in anything, you do have to be intentional about how you spend your time and how you spend your energy to make that thing happen.
Nice, nice. Someone did say earlier too. They said they go with the flow, and I think they go with the flow. The only problem with that is it just takes longer to achieve their goals.
Right, and if you're someone who thinks that is working for you, if you're someone who says I'm happy and I'm satisfied with where I am in my life, and I don't think that there's anything that I would change because I go with the flow and it takes me long, but it gets me there. Then if you're happy and satisfied with that, and that's a formula that's working for you, that's working for you. Mm-hmm. But people also said that they're not really satisfied with where they are. They don't feel like they're where they want to be. Exactly. So maybe incorporating some goal setting and some intentionality into your life is the missing key with the flow that you're already in.
So I'm going to just share my own opinion, not my opinion about the whole matter, but I'm going to tell you what I do. For me, I used to be the type of person that went with the flow, right? And it worked for me up to a certain point in my life, but the more professional I became, the less it worked for me. Mm-hmm. That was something that I realized. That. So I'm having to change my whole mindset from someone who just doesn't really care about their day or whatever to someone who is now like, okay, what do I have to do tomorrow? How am I going to get ready for the week? Because I realized that me not doing those things, it was not working for me. It was, but it's not easy to change your mindset from being someone that goes with the flow to someone that sets goals. And that's a struggle that I'm having right now. Like sometimes we set the goals, but sticking to it is also another problem. But we'll get there.
Yes.
We'll get there. Awesome.
It's really trial and error. It really is. Mm-hmm. And you have to be disciplined in anything that you want to achieve. You have to be disciplined. But even when it comes to achieving goals, any goal achiever, any successful person will tell you that they didn't only fail with achieving their goals, but they even fail sometimes in setting them, right? Setting the right kind of goals, having the right kind of energy to the goals that you set. So it definitely is a process of trial and error. And it's important to understand goals in this holistic perspective where it's not just about I want to set the goals, but it's about how you set the goals. It's about how you approach the goals after you set them. It's about how you enlist other people in you achieving those goals. So those are all things that we're going to talk about today.
Awesome.
Yes. What does setting healthy goals look like?
Yes, yes. So, guys, for those that go with the flow, I mean, for everyone, regardless of if you go with the flow or not, I want to know, this might be personal. Do you feel like you're progressing towards your goals, or do you feel like you're in a place of stagnation on some goals? This is for everybody. I want to know, do you feel like you're getting somewhere with your goals, or you're still just we're gonna get to that question, Mrs. Dorcas. We're gonna get to that question. She said, "How do you set your goals?" But
Oh,
if you guys can please answer this question for me really fast. I want to know if you guys feel like you're, if you do you feel like you're reaching your goals. Do you feel like you're progressing, or do you feel like you're in a place of stagnation? The race. So some Beezy said we all have different destinies. Some get it right early, some late. The race is not for strong or mighty, but time and chance happens to them all. Yeah. I feel I'm getting somewhere even without planning. Okay. I am progressing towards my goal because I am disciplined. Awesome. So that means you're probably the type that plans, Nazir. Do you plan? I want to know. Candace says, I probably would be farther along if I set goals. Okay. No, I think my goals are still hanging. Stagnant. I feel stagnant when I go with the flow. Okay. Yes, I feel I am reaching my goals. Are you someone? So mesh. Okay, Nasser said he feels like he's progressing and he plans. He's the type that plan. Yes, I feel I am reaching my goals. Oh yes, yes. How you set the goal? Yes, ma. We're going to get to that answer. We're going to get to that.
yeah.
Thank you. So Sarahn, we just got all these different opinions from everybody. So what I want to know is, Miss Dorcas Bedroom Zone also said how she wants to know how you set the goals. What I want to know is what are some tools that we can implement, right, to
Yeah.
help us with goal setting, which is the same thing she just said.
Absolutely. So one of the first things that I do with my clients when I am helping them set goals, it is the age-old trick, but it's the first one that I have to share with you because I think it's so important and it's never going to go out of style.
A pen.
Write it down.
Mm.
Okay. That is one of the most important things that you can do when you are setting your goals is to write them down. Okay. So whether that looks like you have a journal where you maybe write down what you're going to accomplish today, whether that looks like you have a poster on your wall where you say, these are the things that I want to accomplish in a year. There's something about the physiology of writing a goal down that imprints it in your brain in a different way, and it creates a new level of commitment that you have to that goal. Now, is that it? Is that all you have to do? Absolutely not. Even though some people believe manifestation, and law of attraction, you write it down, it's there. But one thing that I swear by is if you write down your goal, you are much more likely to achieve it, right? Even as it relates to organizing your time and organizing your effort. If you say, these are the things that I want to accomplish in a day, and you just write them down, you will have a different relationship to achieving those goals, big or small. And the feeling that you get when you cross something off a list, or when you put a check next to it, or when you circle it, all of those things imprint further in your mind that you are reaching success, that you are taking further steps to achieving that goal. So that's the first thing I want everyone to take away from today. Write it down, okay? It's important. It's an important thing. And remember, it's deeper than just giving it. It actually gives it another level of life, if you can think about it in that way. It takes it from a thought and it puts it into a place. You're actually turning the thought into an action in a way before you even manifest it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes. Okay. And another thing that is important with goal setting, some tips for goal setting, is SMART goals, right? Now, I know most people are familiar with SMART goals. They've been around for a long time, and they're used a lot in boardrooms and corporations when they're training employees. But SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely goals, right? So I wish I could put that in the comment section. but so specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely goals, right? So it's an acronym, of course, SMART goals. So, for example, someone can put a goal that they have into the chat, but I'll use one for example. So somebody might say, I want to lose weight, right? That's a goal, right? So what you would do is you would take that goal and you would turn it into a SMART goal, right? So you take it through the different levels of specificity, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's relevant, and it's timely. So a SMART goal would be, I want to lose 7 pounds in 30 days so I can feel more energized in the new year, right? So what you've done is you've said, okay, I want to specify my goal. I'm not just saying I want to lose weight, but I'm saying I want to lose 7 pounds, right? It's a measurable goal because you'll be able to know over time, you'll be able to find a way to measure it. It's attainable, meaning that it's realistic. And I want to get into that too, because a lot of the times the reason why we don't achieve our goals or the reason why we give up halfway or we get frustrated is because sometimes we set goals a little too big or we set too many goals at one time, right? And I'm guilty to it. I understand, like, yes, right? So it's relevant because now you said, okay, I want to lose 7 pounds in 30 days so I can feel energized for the new year, right? You told yourself why in the goal that it's important to you and it's timely. You've given yourself 30 days to do it, right? So you're saying this is the time frame that I'm giving myself to achieve this goal, right? So does that make sense as far as SMART goals go?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if somebody wants to, if somebody's up for a little coaching right now, you could even put a goal that you have into the chat and we can work on it right here during the live to help you make your goal a SMART goal.
That's actually one of the questions that for later, like after we've gone through this, we're gonna go through, I'm gonna ask them to put in their goal.
Okay, that's fine.
And I'll have you plan it out. Yes.
Okay.
Then we'll do. So guys, keep that in mind. We're gonna do a SMART goal session. You guys are gonna get a free coaching session. Ooh. Ooh, they don't do in America. Nothing is free. But okay. This is awesome. Thank you, Sarah. We appreciate you. So we talked about SMART goal, right? So it's one thing to set a goal. It's another thing to execute the goal. Right? What do you think is important for us to be able to execute the goal? Because we can set goals all day, but executing it is something that I feel like a lot of people struggle with.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So when you are setting goals, a lot of the reasons why we set goals and we don't achieve them or halfway we give up or something happens, the number one reason is because whatever the driving force is behind the goal, it's just not, we're not that motivated, right? It's like our why is not strong enough, right? It's like, yeah, I want to go to the gym, but I don't want to go to the gym more than I want to get an extra hour of sleep, right? Or I want to work on my business, but I don't want to work on my business more than I want to do whatever else is distracting me from that goal, right? So it's not to shame yourself. It's not to feel bad because you're like, oh, I'm not achieving these goals and I don't know why I'm not achieving these goals. Is it because I really just don't want it bad enough or I don't want to be successful? But what it really is about is finding a why that continues to motivate you, right? Even when you think about the things that you've accomplished in your life, right? If everybody could just take a second right now to think about one goal that they did achieve or something that they accomplished that they're proud of doing, right? 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, whatever it was that you achieved, it was because your motivation for achieving it was serious motivation, right? Like Adiola, you're a doctor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not an easy thing You don't just clap your hands and wake up one day and become a doctor. That takes years of focus and discipline and hard work. But why did you achieve it? What got you to the end? Those nights where you had to study and you had to work hard, what was it that kept you motivated?
I knew I wanted to be, I had to be successful. I just knew that, like, I did not want to fail, you know.
And so what does being successful mean to you?
Being able to provide for myself, my kids at some point, being able to stand as a woman on my own and not having to depend on anybody. So those were the things that were very important to me. I just knew that I wanted to stand on my own. I did not want to depend on anybody. And even though it was like one of the hardest things that I've ever been through in my life, but I had to keep pushing through because I already started, and I knew I had to finish. You know, I wasn't gonna drop out or anything. And yeah, I just knew. I mean, it also, looking from where I came from, I knew that I wanted to be extremely, you know, I knew that I want to be better. I want to be, you know, I didn't want to fail. I think those were my motivations, is basically being able to stand on my own and not having to depend on anybody. And for when I have kids, to be able to be in a position where no matter what life throws at me, I would be able to take care of them.
Wow, yes. And that right there, what you just said was, there were so many layers to it, right? You talked about where you came from, you talked about standing on your own, you talked about it really being a means of survival, but you talked about it proving to yourself, like, you want to look in the mirror every day and prove and know that I'm successful. I did that. I accomplished that, right? And that means a lot to you. So one of the things that we talk about with executing goals, seeing it through, not giving up, is this ability to find this why, find this big, great why, right? Like finding your why. There's a book called Finding Your Why.
Yeah.
And it's about making it count. Like not doing something unless your motivation for doing it is so great that you can't even imagine your life without it. It's like, I'm living for this, right? So that's one thing that I really want you all to think about, is making your why be great. Another thing is huge is accountability with execution, right? Having someone or having multiple people that are not even just depending on you to achieve that goal, but that are also invested in your success, right? That are invested. Maybe it's your parents, maybe it's your siblings, maybe it's your friends, maybe it's your spouse, maybe it's your children, right? Maybe it's your life coach or your therapist, right? Make somebody who's rooting for you, and somebody who's going to look at you sideways, or who's going to look at you and say, now I know you want to give up, but you are great. You are phenomenal. You can do this. I'm here for you. I support you. I'm by your side. I'm going to help you. I'm going to lift you up. You need that, right? And you also need those people that are going to say, boop, 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 I'm sorry, but get it together. You know? Get it together. Right? Those people that are not gonna let you, they're not gonna let you fail, because they love you and they know that you were great, right? And they remind you that you were great, right? And sometimes it can be hard because not all of us have a large group of people in our lives that are doing that for us, right? Not all of us have the parents or the siblings or the lovers or the children that are constantly motivating us. But sometimes it's just about finding one person, and believe it or not, sometimes that person has to be you. Sometimes you just gotta say,
word.
You gotta look in the mirror and you know, and you can have your cry, and you can have your moment, and you can have your day, and you can throw your hissy fit, but you know at the end of the day that you're not gonna let yourself fail. You're gonna prove it to yourself, right? Get it together. Somebody in a comment said, get it together.
Get it together, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So that's another thing when we talk about execution, that's important. And the last thing that is so important, I already said this again, and I want to come back to it, is making sure that your goals are attainable, right? So me and Adiola, we both agree that sometimes we can set too many goals at one time, or we can set goals too high. Not to say that you can't dream big, not to say that you can't think big, not to say that you can't shoot for the stars, but you want to make sure that your goals are really more about the simple things that you can include in your life every day, the small ways that you can kind of grow gradually, that you can see progress, and are not like, oh, tomorrow I want to be great, or I want to have this thing, or I want to do this thing in a week. And it's hard because we live in a generation where everybody wants everything now.
Yes.
I want it now. I gotta have it now. And we don't like to be patient. But believe it or not, patience is a huge part of execution. Huge part. I saw somebody put in the chat, never give up. And it's like, yes, it is never give up, but it's like to take it a step further beyond never giving up. It's not just about never giving up. It's about seeing your goals and seeing your dreams in this way where you understand that the process is one that you have to be patient with, and that you approach it with an attitude of patience and purpose and presence, and not with an attitude of pushiness or procrastination, because I just want to wait till the moment where I have to get it done and then I'm going to do it. No, think about it from a standpoint of patience, which is a whole nother conversation itself.
Yes.
But you all got me.
Awesome. Thank you. And I just want to say one more thing. Where do you think discipline comes in with all of this?
Discipline is the only way that it happens, right? Now, discipline looks different to different people in different ways, but some form of discipline has to be present when you're achieving any of your goals, right? And it's a lifestyle. Discipline is a lifestyle. Discipline is from the spirit. It's from the heart. Okay? Discipline is from the spirit and it's from the heart. And that's why I always, I started with the why, getting back to your why, because when you have a strong why, it's a little bit easier to be disciplined. You have something that you're like, nah, I really want this. This has to happen for me. It's a little bit easier to kind of say no, to push things to the side, to focus, right? But discipline is harder than goal setting. Discipline is harder than gratitude. Discipline is beyond you, right? But discipline is not beyond you at the same time. Discipline is within you. It's not without you, it's within you. So it's about tapping into who you are and who you know yourself to be. It's about all of those things that I already talked about, right? Having someone that's holding you accountable. Having your why be a real why, a strong why, something that matters to you. And holistic living. This is also something that I work on with my clients as it relates to being disciplined. You want to think about your life in this big picture way. It's how you do anything is how you do everything. I have a mentor that says that to me.
That's a good one. Yes.
How you do anything is how you do everything. So if you let yourself slide, even if you say, well, if I let myself slide when it comes to this area of my life, or I'm not strong as I could be with this, but that's okay. It's like I used to be one of those people that would say to myself, well, I can eat anything I want to eat as long as I work out. Right. And I know I'm not the only one. I was like, well, I'm good as long as I commit to going to the gym, then I can eat what I want to eat. But then what happens is then you start to adopt that same attitude towards the gym. Then you're like, oh, well, as long as I go when I feel like I'm maybe getting to a place where I don't want to get to, or, not feeling my best, then I'll go, right? And it's like this attitude of convenience, right? It's like every everything is about what's convenient.
Comfort. Yes.
Yes. Yes. So think about how you do anything is how you do everything. So holistically, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, as you develop habits, you want to be able to step back and say, well, how does this connect to this? And how does the way that how does the way that I show up at work affect the way that I show up in my goals? How does the way that I show up in my family influence the way that I show up in my business? Right? And all of those things are truly connected to each other. So when you think about execution and you think about discipline, I challenge you to and encourage you to take a step back and really look at things, really look at the big picture. Really, look at it all. Look at it all. And remember what I said, how you do anything is how you do everything.
Can I say something? You're so right. There's some goals that I've been personally trying to achieve and I've had a difficult time achieving, right? And I had to take a step back and look at myself and I'm like, and one thing I had to change, when I looked at myself, I'm like, for example, I would wake up in the morning, I don't really care about laying in my bed, I'm just like, whatever, go with the flow. Brush my teeth once a day, whatever, go with the flow. But it got to a point where I started to realize that the way I treated the little things, it was affecting, professional things. And I'm like, this is not okay. So I had to take a step back and I'm like, I need to work on myself. Like you said, intentional. That is such a huge word, being intentional. So now one of the ways that I'm trying to just discipline myself, and I'm hoping it's going to transpire into every area of my life, is like, every morning, I'm going to lay in my bed. I'm going to make sure no dishes are in the kitchen by the time I go to bed. I'm going to make sure. So those are the little things that I'm just trying to implement. I'm starting with the small things. I'm going to brush my teeth twice daily, no matter what. I'm going to do all these things. Just the little things. And one thing I'm also learning in this process is trying to be patient with myself at the same time. Understanding that I'm not going to go from 0 to 100. It's gradual. Just tying everything that you said into my own life, So thank you for that. I don't know if I'm supposed to share all of that.
One more thing to that, Adiola. Yeah. So I love what Adiola just said. She said that the little things like not having dishes in the sink. If you want to challenge your discipline and you want to challenge your consistency, you can start with something small and you can use that as a way to not only test yourself to see how disciplined you can be, but to try to adopt a healthy habit, right? It's just about the little small healthy habits. And that's what I talked about. It's like, what are the things that you're gradually doing over time? So some of the ones that I encourage my clients to do, very easy, very quick. First thing you do when you wake up, make your bed. Easy, right? Now, for some people, they're like, oh, make my bed. I
used to be like that.
What do you mean? Right? But it literally takes 30 to 60 seconds to make your bed every morning. And just see if you can challenge yourself to drop that little seed in your brain really quick. Boop, boop. You know what I mean? When I wake up, first thing I'm going to do is make my bed. Turn around, make your bed, be gone, right? Another thing, easy to do. I mean, it's not easy to do, but you can try to remember, floss. See if you can floss before you go to sleep at night, right? Keep those little sticky ones. I love the ones where you gotta go like, but I like the little ones that have like the you can dispose of them. Love those, right? Floss before you go to bed, right? Drink water before you go to bed or when you wake up in the morning. Before you put anything else in your body, have a glass of water, right? Little easy things like that. So maybe you want to take one of those. I'm trying to think of anything else. I have some other ones, but they're escaping me right now. But yes, Adiola, please continue. I just
awesome. And I think it's another thing. It's also about just doing things not based on how you feel. Just do it. Just do it. Thank you, Sarahn. One thing that I wanted to talk to you about is procrastination. I feel like, oh my God, I feel like we're running out. Are we even gonna get to cover gratitude?
Oh yeah, no. Someone just said our questions, please. Should we?
Okay, we can go ahead and just try to cover your questions.
Yeah, just so people can get that in.
Awesome. So they want to know, like, what are the steps? Someone put in the question box, what are the steps in setting goals? I think we kind of, okay.
Yeah, so I think we did kind of talk
We,
about.
we, yeah, we
So,
covered
so
that.
but
So
but I
the
think
next
to go
question.
over it really. You want me to just go over it really quick? I can give like a
Oh,
20-second.
sure.
Yeah. So first thing you want to do is you want to write it down, right? So we talked about the pen,
Mm-hmm.
writing down the goals. We also talked about SMART goals, right? Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. And we talked about making sure that you do not set too many goals at one time, right? So being positive, but also being practical in your approach. Okay, we can go on to the next one.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Next one says, what happens if you don't fulfill your goals? Do you give up or keep trying?
Well, I think you should have an important conversation with yourself about your why, right? If you really want to accomplish this goal, if it's really important to you that you get it done, of course you should keep trying and that you shouldn't give up, of course. But sometimes you have to reevaluate what it is that is making you want that goal and what it is that's getting in the way of it happening, right? So you have to look at yourself and you have to have an honest, courageous conversation with yourself. Like, do I really, really want this thing? Okay. I know that I really want it. Okay, I've come to that term. I really want it, right? And then figure out, what do I need to do to break down that goal, to maybe even just change the way that I'm thinking or change the way that I'm living or that I'm operating so that I can accomplish that goal. Highly successful people who are successful over and over and over and over again, people who are successful in multiple areas of their lives, they have figured out the formula to approaching their goals and to having the right mentality as it relates to it. So it has less to do with why you're so excited about your goal, right? Because we know that motivation is not how we reach our goals. Think about how many things that we were excited about doing that we never accomplished. And then think about how many things that we accomplished that we weren't really excited about doing. I didn't want to do that, but I made sure it got done. Why is that? It's because motivation is not the key to accomplishing your goals. It's the spiritual discipline around how you approach your goal that is the thing that gets you to complete it and to be successful with it.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and take some more questions. I feel goal setting brings about high expectations, and in the end, you get hurt.
Yep. So we talked about that too, making sure that you're realistic with your goals, not setting too many goals at one time, and understanding that you do have the power to accomplish. And so welcome. I saw your comment. You're so welcome. But setting attainable goals and proving to yourself with discipline and with step after step that you really can do it. A lot of times we commit to doing something and we say, I'm going to prove to myself that I'm going to do this thing. And then we don't do it. And then what happens is that we actually stop trusting ourselves. We begin to doubt ourselves. And subconsciously, we tell ourselves, well, I said that I was going to do that last time and I didn't do it. So why would I think that this time would be different? How many of us are guilty of that? I know I've been there before. You tell yourself you're going to do it, you don't do it, and then you feel bad. Like, I'm just not as strong as I thought I was, or I'm not as disciplined as I really need to be in order to be successful. Positive mental attitude is major. You have to believe that you can do it, even when the last time it didn't work out. You have to always go into it again, trusting that you've grown and that you've gotten stronger, but then really putting the muscle behind that as you approach this next goal.
Thank you, Sarahn. I'm going to go to the next question. Let's see. Most times we tend to set up plans, but we don't feel motivated to carry out the plans. What is the way out?
Most times we tend to set up plans, but we don't feel motivated to carry out the plans. What is the way out? So are you asking, like, what is the way to stay motivated? Or are you asking how to let go of something after you're not motivated anymore? I'm not sure exactly what Nasir is asking, but
Maybe how to stay motivated to carry out the plans.
Okay, how to stay motivated. Yes. So remember we talked about motivation is not the key to accomplishing your goals, right? So you feeling, okay, I'm motivated, I'm excited about this, I'm excited about this, I'm excited about this. It's not going to happen. You're not going to be excited every single day. You think Adiola was excited when she was in med school, when she was in pharmaceutical school? Do you think that Beyonce was excited every single time she had to practice at 5 in the morning? You think she was like, oh my God? Like, no. You get bored and you get over it and you get frustrated, but your why, right? Why is it that you're doing this thing? What does it mean to you to accomplish it for yourself? How do you prove to yourself that you can do it? And remembering to take those baby steps, doing the small things consistently, doing the small things consistently. Even if you do one thing, one small thing towards your goal every day, eventually you'll get there. And I actually have a program where I give people something that they can do every single day that helps them to reach their goals. But I'll share that at the end before we close. Do we have any more questions, Adiola?
Let me see. One moment. We have like 2 more. We might not be able to take everything. Let's take this last one and then we can move on. I think if you go with the flow, you take it step by step. But if it is about plans, your plans might go wrong.
Yeah, that's a great one, right? So that's about the power of the pivot. That's just about knowing how to pivot, right? Still keeping the end goal in mind, kind of like Chutes and Ladders. If anybody's ever played that game, you know, sometimes you'll land on a spot and it'll bring you back down, but you kind of just got to keep moving. You got to keep pushing through. And another huge thing that I talked about in the beginning of our time together was just about knowing what you do and don't have control over. You don't have control over everything. You're never going to have control over everything. So it has less to do with planning every single thing and more to do with the mindset and the personal accountability that you give yourself to reach those goals, even when you have detours and obstacles that get in the way.
Thank you. So Sarahn, are you on a time crunch?
I'm not.
Okay, I just want to know because it's like, oh my God, this took longer than expected.
No,
but
it's okay. It's been great. It's been
awesome.
Great.
It's going so good. I don't want to interrupt the whole thing. Let's take this last. Oh my God, there is more. Ugh. Let's see. One moment. If you don't set goals for yourself. This is a good one.
Okay.
If you don't set goals for yourself, does that mean you're a failure?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You are only a failure if you decide to give yourself that label, right? If you decide to say that I failed myself, then you're a failure. But nobody is looking to you to be perfect or to rule the world or to even do everything that you said that you were going to do. It's more about proving it to yourself, which I love what Adiola said before, right? And it has more to do with how you feel about you than it has to do with how other people feel about you, right? So if you believe that you are a beautiful person, a child of God, someone who was built for greatness, whose life was designed for you to be successful, for you to achieve your goals, and for you to love yourself through every step of the process, then you are never a failure. You are never a failure. You just have to prove it to yourself that you can be a woman of your word or a man of your word. And you have to continue to stay strong and tap into that source energy when things don't happen the exact way that you think that they will.
Thank you. It's all with the mindset. this positive thinking. I love what Busy said here. She said, be innovative and inventive during the process of achieving your goal, and at the end make a goal that will give you peace and happiness. I think that's very important.
Absolutely.
So, awesome. So guys, we're gonna round this up now with this last question, and it's gonna be like this is where you guys somebody gets to win a free coaching session with Sarahn. So what is one goal, right, this is for the audience, guys. What is one goal that you wish to accomplish in 2021? Go ahead and type it, and Sarah will pick one of the goals, and she's gonna come up with a practical solution for you to do. And let me. But yeah, yes. So guys, go ahead, put your goals in. You get to win a free session. Did you get?
You get like a short 5-minute version.
Yes, 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 yes. What is a goal that you wish to accomplish in 2021? And Sarahn will come up with a practical solution that you can implement to achieve that goal. So go ahead and type it in the comment, and I'll be waiting. Maybe they're typing, right? If not, I'll put my goal and I'm gonna win a free session.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes, that's right. I'm gonna win a free session. You know. But yeah.
Well, you can do yours. Okay, so someone said to lose weight and maintain it. Does anybody else have another one?
Oh, someone said they sent theirs in the question box. Can you type it, please, so that please type it. Let's see.
Okay, so wait, I love this one. I don't know if I'm gonna pick this one, but I love what someone said. Be the best of myself mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So you know what? Why don't we pick that one?
Okay.
Yep.
So we're gonna pick the one by the how Busy can achieve this goal of being the best of herself mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
Okay, and I also want to give a shout out to someone who said, I'm a teacher. I want to make sure I record video all the classes I'll be taking in 2021 and start uploading onto YouTube. So I love that goal. I love the way that you worded that. I just wanted to shout you out for that one. Okay, yes. So is it Busy?
Busy, yes.
It's Busy. Okay. Be the best of myself mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Okay, so Busy, what I want you to do is pick one or two of those. Pick one for now, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Pick one. And I want you to spend about 15 to 20 seconds just closing your eyes and envisioning what it would look like if you were that person, right? So if you're operating at your best self and you're like, I'm physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whichever one you're going to pick, close your eyes and just think about what that looks like. Literally what it looks like, right? So when you're living your everyday life, you're coming home, you're going out. I don't know how many of us are leaving the house these days, but that's okay, right? What does it look like, right? And then I want you to also think about, what does it feel like? Okay? And after you figured out what it feels like, I want you to put in the chat what it feels like, BZ. What does it feel like? Like, give me words to describe what it feels like when you are operating at your best self.
So we're gonna wait for Busy to put in her comment. Someone said, Busy, take a deep breath.
I know, that's so funny. And also let me know, Busy, which one you picked, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and then give me those words. Give me, even if it's just 2 or 3 or 4 words, what does it feel like? Someone said, I hope you're there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, if Busy's not here.
Busy, are you I'm pretty sure she's there. So we might just, maybe we'll come back to her. We'll come back. We'll give her a moment.
For a few more seconds, or
yeah,
should
we can wait a few more seconds.
Someone wake her up. Okay. She said emotionally, always in a grateful mood, thankful. Okay, so emotionally, so she, be my best self emotionally, always in a grateful mood, thankful. Okay, so I'm assuming when you say grateful mood, do you mean, I like thankful. Thankful is a good one. So you gave me one word. It feels like gratitude. What else? Thank you, Nasir. I think Nasir may be leaving. I'm not sure.
Thank you, Nasir. We appreciate you.
He's one of the people that I was going to pick for the 3 most engaged people.
Oh, so wow. He's about to leave. Oh.
Make sure he gets his prize, Eddie.
He's going to get his prize. Nasir, I'm going to type that out. I'm going to keep a note of that. Thank you.
No problem. So, so thankful, okay? So it feels thankful, you feel in a good mood, you feel inspired, okay. So what I want you to do, loving, kind, peaceful, great, great. Thank you for giving me more to work with. I appreciate it. So it feels great. It feels thankful, it feels loving, it feels kind, it feels peaceful, right? So now what I want you to do, and you don't even have to do it right here on the chat if it's time to wrap it up, you can. But when you think about loving, kind, peaceful, thankful, I want you to think about what are the things that you do that make you feel that way. Like when you're feeling peaceful, when you're feeling loving, what is it that is going on? Are you with family? Are you in nature? Are you listening to uplifting positive music, right? And I want you to think about that, Busy. Create a list of, can we have a live chat with you some other time, please? Nasir said, yeah, Adiola.
Yes, I would gladly bring her back, of course. She's amazing, isn't she?
Hook it up.
Yeah. Whatever you want her to talk about, go ahead and put it in the comment, or you can DM me, and I would gladly bring her back.
Yes. Okay. So make a list for me, Busy, or make it for yourself. Make it for yourself. Make a list, and then what I want you to do from there is I want you to decide. Right? I want you to decide of the list that you come up with for things that you feel, what is something that you can do every single day that in some way is in alignment with one of those things, right? And I don't know if I'm be healthy, friends, family, good. You're giving me, okay, be healthy, friends and family. So what I want you to do too, Busy, in general, is I want you to try to be more specific about how you define these things, right? So when you say be healthy, what does that mean? What does be healthy mean? What are the actual what does it look like to be healthy to you? Because happiness and fulfillment looks different to different people, right? Being successful looks different to different people. So I want you to, in general, just be more specific about what it is that you're trying to invite into your life, okay? And from there, I want you to commit to doing something small, not overwhelming yourself. I want you to do something small every single day. So if being happy is friends and family, I want you to find a way that you can incorporate some type of connection with friends or family into your everyday life. Mm-hmm. I call someone, I text someone good morning, I FaceTime them, I'm in the house with them every day anyway, I give them a hug. I spend some quality time with them. I find a few minutes to sit down with a sibling or with a parent and just enjoy their company, right? Maybe it's getting people around the table to eat dinner together. Maybe it's going for a walk in your neighborhood, depending on where you live, right? I know it's getting a little cold, but whatever it is, okay? Mm-hmm. So hopefully that helped you. I'm hoping that maybe next time we can go into more depth with specifics and helping people, but I'm glad that you all were able to get something even from Busy's example. Mm-hmm. And yeah, Adiola, I'm passing it back to you, babe.
Awesome. We loved yours. I'm pretty sure they're loving you. So thank you so much, Sarahn. Yes, thank you so much. So we're going to go ahead and just round up the whole goal setting session. So we have self-love first, because you can't give what you don't have. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and round this up, and then we're going to move on to talk about gratitude. So we're going to try to keep it yeah. We're going to try to keep it like short and just try to, because we've exceeded the time that I booked Sarahn for.
I love you all too. Yes.
See, Sarahn, whenever I talk to Sarahn, she's always in such a positive mood. I'm like, wow. I want to get
you always say that, Adiola. You always say that.
Like, it's just like, I mean, she just says so much positive things. Like, I love you all. Like that's so sweet of you. Honestly. What about procrastination? We can attend to that. Do you want to attend to that, Sarahn, right now? We could take it later.
Why don't we move into gratitude?
Let's move into gratitude, and we will be back. So, guys, let's switch this up. We're gonna bring Sarahn back. So, guys, I want to know, How do you guys define gratitude? Please go ahead and type your answers below. I want to know how you define gratitude. She really put your questions in the question box. If you guys have any question, go ahead and put your questions in the question box, and Sarahn will attend to it later. Being content, okay. Okay, a constant and unconditional state of mind, all right. Gratitude is being grateful for what you have, everything current, seeing the beauty in what's in front of you. Absolutely, absolutely. I love it. Thank you, guys. Gratitude. Showing appreciation and being thankful. Happy with what a grateful heart is a handful hands. Contentment is not stopping at one achievement and making it a continuous one. That way you're grateful for the past achievement. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. That's beautiful. Awesome.
Good. Yeah.
I really love everything you guys just said. Like, that's beautiful. I guess I'm going to say how I define gratitude. It's just being happy with what you have and not spending too much time dwelling on the negative and focusing on what you don't have.
Yes.
That's something that I struggle with. But gratitude is a warm feeling of thankfulness towards the world or towards specific individuals. The person who feels gratitude is thankful for what they have and does not constantly seek more. Thank you. Absolutely.
Wow. That's
absolutely
powerful.
Yes, very powerful. Very powerful.
And just what I want to add to that, I think everything that you all shared is I feel so in alignment with what everyone said, and you as well, Adiola. And for me, it's just about seeing all the good that I have in my life as a gift, you know, not something that I'm entitled to. Even if I've worked for it, I'm not entitled to it. It's a gift. So appreciating everything and expressing gratitude from a spiritual place, knowing that at any moment, any of it can go, and that it is a blessing truly to have it. So that's what gratitude means for me.
Awesome. So what I wanted to ask you, Sarahn, is what are some ways that you think we can that most people aren't aware of, but they can implement into their life to express gratitude better?
Yeah. I think that for the most part, everyone seems to have a pretty good understanding of what gratitude is for them, especially on a mental or spiritual level. So I would just add that one thing that a lot of people don't understand about gratitude is that gratitude can also be expressed in your actions. So you want to show the universe that you are grateful for the things that you have by treating those things well, right? So the way that you show gratitude for money is by saving it, investing it, not blowing it every time you get paid, right? The way you show gratitude for your job is by showing up on time and being your best self while you are there. The way you show gratitude to your relationships are by investing in them and nurturing them and not neglecting them. That's how you express to the world, to your life, that the things that you have, you want to keep, and that you see value in those things, and that you appreciate those things beyond just saying, well, thank you, but that you're actually willing to put your energy into the gratitude.
Word. Period. I love this. So should it be temporary, or is it something that and what do you think? Should it be temporary? If not, how do we remain in a constant state of gratuity?
Yeah, I think that we do that by expressing gratitude for things that have passed and things that have yet to come, right? So things will, people will come in and out of our lives all the time, right? We'll have friends that we're no longer friends with anymore. We may be in relationships that fail, or not that fail, but that end, that have ran their course. People that we love and cherish pass away and go on without us, right? And we express gratitude for it all, right? Instead of being focused on what you didn't get out of it, or instead of being focused on how it hurt you, or how it wasn't what you wanted it to be, you express gratitude by acknowledging, wow, I really learned a lot from that situation, right? I really learned a lot from that relationship. I really learned to love myself more. I really learned how I could have shown up better. I'm so grateful that I had my grandmother for the years that I had her, that I had my father for the years that I had him, you know, even though that person left before I was ready for them to leave, or before I wanted it to happen. I am so grateful for all of the positivity, all of the laughs, all of the good memories, and all of the things that it added to me that made me feel more fulfilled, that made me happier. I am grateful for those things, right? And you put yourself in that place. You put yourself in the place of focusing on the good, focusing on the value of what you had, and how it's contributed to your life in a positive way. And then it extends beyond the day. It extends beyond the moment, right? You can always find at least something to be grateful for, right? Even in our meditation that we opened with today, and I was just saying, just be thankful for the fact that you can hear this, right? Be grateful for the fact that you can use your fingers to type into this chat, right? To decide, right? Period. Talk about like
word.
Right? And gratitude is like a direct link to happiness, right? People always ask, like, well, what do I want out of my life? Or like, how will I know when I really feel good about my life? Most people want to be happy.
Yes.
Most people are just like, I just want to be happy. I could be in a cardboard box. If I was happy, I'd be okay. I just want to be around people that I love. If I'm happy, I'm okay, right? And the way that you find happiness and the way that you keep happiness is by being grateful. Because happiness is like happened stance, right? Happening, right? Happiness is kind of dependent off of certain conditions happening. Like, oh, if this will happen, then I'll be happy. And now we're getting into Latin. Now we're getting into the root of the word, right? But there's a reason why happiness is happening, because everything is not going to make you happy. Your happiness is going to come and go, but your gratitude never has to come and go. Your gratitude is permanent. And if you learn how to operate from a level of gratitude, then you always have something to be happy and joy and happy about, and something to celebrate.
Good one. I love that. So now that Sarahn has given you guys a brief, it was not brief, but it was really good. Now that Sarahn has explained what it means to show gratitude, guys, please share with us one thing you would wish to invite into your life and express gratitude in advance for. Yes. Share with us one thing you would wish to invite into your life and share gratitude in advance for. So like whatever, it could be anything. So I'm grateful.
Proud to be a lady.
Huh?
I think somebody said, I'm proud I'm a lady, or something like that.
I'm proud I'm a lady. Oh, thank you, ladies. I'm proud I'm a lady. Yes.
I am too.
Yes. One of the things I like to, be grateful for in advance is probably more success to this show, and to be able to reach out to more people, and people to be able to learn from individuals like you, Sarahn. You're amazing. I'm pretty sure everybody is.
I have to echo that. I'm so grateful to be here, and I'm grateful that we met.
Yes.
And I'm grateful to each and every person who is on this chat right now. I'm grateful to all of the involvement that you all have had in this process and making this such a great experience for Adiola and I.
Yes.
And I'm grateful for your your health. I'm
Yeah.
grateful that you all are healthy and that you all are up and energized on this beautiful Sunday. So thank you all.
Love it. Love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's see what everyone's saying. They said peace of mind. Their gratitude for peace of mind. I wish to be successful and disciplined at the same time. So you're grateful for that as well. So you're gonna try to put that in a gratuity form, like I'm grateful because I'm successful. I mean, how do you think they should work that? Um, we are proud of y'all, gorgeous and beautiful. We appreciate it. Thank you so much, ladies. Awesome. Let's see. Proud of you, queens. Okay, so we're just gonna skip that. So me and someone said this show has really touched my life. I'm very grateful for this show. You're so welcome. I'm grateful for most sweet home, true bedroom zone, Bordeaux Plus. I'm grateful for most sweet home. Oh, okay. Because bedroom zone, she's like also like a life coach, and she coaches
Oh,
people on like marriage and stuff like that. So she's grateful for better homes, for people to have a better home through her platform. So she's
beautiful.
taking gratitude in advance for that. Awesome. I love that. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for everybody for that. I'm gonna go ahead and this is the last one. I love to link this with goal setting. Do you think it's important for us to express gratitude about the goals we haven't achieved yet?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I think you should express gratitude for everything. So that's a trick question.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm just kidding. So yes. I don't know if you all are familiar with the law of attraction, if you're familiar with positive affirmations or manifestation. It's literally what Adiola just said is expressing gratitude for something in advance, right? So wanting something to come into your life and already living in a mode as if what you want is already a reality. Not to say that you're like, oh, the dream job is there, so I'm just going to snooze my alarm and not get out of bed because it's just there, right? But the energy, the embodiment of having the things that are important to you and adopting that attitude of gratitude in advance. So if you all are interested in understanding what that looks like more, where gratitude and goal setting kind of come together, you can research the law of attraction. You can research manifestation, positive affirmations. Those are all ways that you work to kind of combine those things. And if anybody is interested in getting more coaching or more specific work for their goals and they want to invite more gratitude and discipline into their lives, feel free to reach out to me. You can go to my page. So that's what I do. I'm a life coach, and I help people to enhance gratitude, goal setting, and grit into their lives. So if you're looking for resources and you want to learn more about how you can better yourself in these ways, please reach out to me and let me know, and I will be sure to help you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sarahn. You guys heard her. She's really good at what she does. Like, she just had an impact. I'm pretty sure whoever was tuning into this session, they at least learned something, or you have some form of impact in their life. And I just want to say thank you so much. And I'm so grateful that I slid into your DM.
You did.
Yeah, I'm so grateful I slid into your DM. I'm so grateful I slid into your DM. Oh, we have a couple of questions here. We're just gonna take a few, and then we're gonna go ahead and do that. Are people born with gratitude, or they tend to learn it?
I think gratitude is learned. I think that there's innate ways that we appreciate the things that we have, right? Like, even when you think about it on a biological level, when we have attachments to our parents, right, we appreciate them. But I think gratitude is more learned. I think that you have to have the deficit of it, right? Like you have to be without something so that you can appreciate what it is to have it, right? Even when we think about our emotions, it's like if we never knew sadness, we wouldn't know what it was like to be happy. If we never failed, we wouldn't know the gratification that comes with being successful. So I think that gratitude comes from our lived experiences.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Let's see. I guess this is kind of like the same thing. Is gratitude supposed to be a mindset?
Yeah, gratitude is a mindset. I love attitude of gratitude. I think gratitude is also an attitude, which is kind of the similar thing as a mindset. It's like an approach, right? It's an approach to the things that are going on around us. So, and within us as well.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I just want to say, Sarahn, I want to say thank you so much. So now I'm going to have you go ahead and choose the 3 people that you think participated the most.
Okay, so I first want to say thank you to everyone who participated. And this was really hard because I feel like there were so many people that were consistently engaged in this conversation. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I am going to pick Nasir _Abdul.
Okay.
I am also going to pick Forever _ I guess it's Maryam, MARYAMM. And I am going to pick Hamida _ Abdul, ABDOUL. Thank you all so much for your involvement.
Thank you guys. If you guys got picked, go ahead and send me a DM with your account information and we'll go ahead and send you something. Okay?
Oh my God, that's so exciting. That's prizes.
Yes,
that's so cool.
They get to win prizes. Usually when they come, they get to win prizes. It's really awesome. And gosh, thank you so much, Sarahn. This was an awesome session. I feel like I need to rewatch this to make those things sink in. Yeah. And one of my favorite parts was also the beginning, like the meditation. I thought that was like really beautiful.
Yes, we had a wonderful time today. Thank you all for allowing me to kick my week off with you all. This was great. Adiola, is this going to be on your page? Saved on your page?
I'm gonna put it on YouTube. So usually when this happens, I send it to my editor and he goes ahead and does some edits and stuff, and then we put it on YouTube. And we have like a little commercial to let people know that it's on YouTube as well. Yeah.
Okay, so please definitely let me know so that I can share it. And
awesome. I'll go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and do it. And I'll send you a copy of the video as well.
Perfect. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. God bless you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, a beautiful week. Happy Thanksgiving. I know everyone's may or may not be around their family, but I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. I know this has been a crazy time. 2020 has been a crazy time, but I hope that everyone can identify 1 or 2 things that have happened for them this year that's really made their lives better, whether it was just even being still and finding a deeper part of yourself, connecting to yourself in a deeper way. If anybody lost people due to COVID-19, my heart goes out to you all. And I just encourage you all to stay safe, continue to put God first, continue to put yourself second after God and before anyone else, and love yourselves every single day, okay? I hope you all have a wonderful, 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 wonderful week. Woo!
Give her a round of applause, guys. Give her a round of applause. Yeah.
Yes.
Also, this is a good way to end the 10th episode. Thank you guys for riding with me since day 1. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.